Hey guys, welcome back to another hard mode games video, and today we're going to be going over the Digimon card game tutorial app. I've gone over this before, but previously this was only in Japanese and now we have it in English, so it'll be pretty fun to check it out. We'll get a lot of the English terms. And, without further ado, let's go ahead and move right into it. And remember guys, if you like the channel, you like the video, as well as all the other videos like Big Bite stuff, feel free to subscribe and like the video. It really helps me out, and yeah, let's go ahead and move into it. And as far as Big Bite stuff goes, I've been a little bit behind on it, and I am going to go ahead and catch up on those things. But, with this coming out right now, I just, had to look at it, see what it looks like in English. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start here. We're going to go into the tutorial 1. Let's go ahead and confirm. And let's see what we're going to get here. Alright, so tutorial 1. In this tutorial you'll learn the basics of the Digimon card game. This includes playing Digimon, Digivolving, and breeding. Breeding was a change from raising in the Japanese version. And we can see here it does say breeding area in the game. Alright, so the draw phase. Here is where we're going to go ahead and draw one card and then move into the breeding phase. Again, breeding was raising in Japanese, getting localization to breeding. So during the breeding phase, you can do one of the following. Place one card from your Digi-Egg deck. Another translation, used to be Digitama, now Digi-Egg. This is called hatching a Digi-Egg. Move a level 3 or higher Digimon from the breeding area to the battle area, or do nothing. Those are your 3 available options during your breeding phase. This time, let's hatch a Digi-Egg. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move forward here. We're going to hit the Digi-Egg here, and we're going to reveal Koromon is going to be the Digitama or Digi-Egg that's coming out. And hatched Digimon are level 2. If you later Digivolve them to level 3 or higher, you can move them to the battle area. Remember, you are not restricted to just having a level 3 and moving it out. You can go higher, 4, 5, 6, even 7, and then move them out. So we are going to see here Digivolving. Digivolving, a Digimon causes it to become a higher level than it was. Let's Digivolve the Koromon into an Agumon. The Digivolution condition of the level 3 Agumon in your hand are that it must be Digivolved onto a red level 2 and has a memory cost of 0. So Koromon does fall under that. So we're going to go ahead and Digivolve, and then whenever you Digivolve, you are going to draw a card. So here we're going to see Agumon go on top of Koromon. They're not really going to show Koromon underneath, but when you play the game in real life, you generally have the stack showing the bottom card, the very bottom of the cards underneath it, to see inheritable effects. And we're going to go ahead and see here playing cards, pay the memory cost, and place the Biomon from your hand onto the battle area. So yeah, we are going to play this Biomon from hand. As long as you can pay the memory cost, you can play powerful level 5 or 6 Digimon if you want. This tutorial app is only going really over the starter decks, so there's no mention of level 7 here, but level 7s do exist. You can play an Omnimon from hand. It is 15 cost to play from hand. But obviously they're not going to mention it here since he's not in those starter decks. Digimon played from your hand can't attack that turn. Digimon played period can't attack that same turn. So this includes if you have cards that remove sources and put them onto the board, you still cannot attack that same turn. Your turn ends if the memory counter moves to 1 or higher on your opponent's side of the memory gauge. If you use lots of high cost cards, you're giving your opponent more memory to use during their next turn. Right, this is very much a tug of war type of game. We can see that there's a blue and red side. Red side is our side. He's going to pay costs, move over the memory counter to our side, giving us 3 memory by playing that Bearmon. And we're going to go ahead and move on to our breeding phase, and we're going to move this Agumon out onto the field. Moving cards from the breeding area, there is no memory cost for moving. Moving Digimon in this way does not count as playing, which means you can attack this turn. Digimon moved to the battle area can't be returned to the breeding area. Yep, this is all standard stuff. We've seen all this before. If you're familiar with the game, then you'll know these rules. Digivolving in the battle area. Yep, we're going to go ahead and get that Cordramon out on there. Cordramon is a blocker. Alright, took me a few tries there. And we're gonna see, take the Cordramon in your hand, place it on top of the Biomon, then pay the required memory cost. Draw 1 card for Digivolution bonus. Mentioned that earlier. Digivolution card does not count as playing, which means you can continue to attack that turn if you've had a Digimon on there as a previous turn. So that's gonna clear out the first tutorial, really just teaching you the very, very, minimal basics. And, I'm going to go ahead and click OK, move forward. Move on to the second tutorial. And let's go ahead and confirm this. Probably won't go all the way through, but you know, we'll go as far as we can without dragging this out too much. So this is tutorial number 2, victory conditions. Get rid of all cards in your opponent's security stack, then attack them directly. That's what you should be aiming to do in your battles. So attacking security is also considered attacking your opponent directly, at least according to the Japanese ruling. So far, everything has been looking kind of the same here, so I'm going to assume it's going to work the exact same way. I don't think they're really going to change any rules here. Now then, it's time to attack your opponent. You attack by taking one of your upright unsuspended cards. Unsuspended is was translated from the Japanese version as active, and rotating it sideways so that it is suspended. Suspended means rest. Unsuspended is active. Remember that, guys. Suspend your Agumon card to declare an attack. You can attack your opponent or any of their suspended Digimon right now, or right now your opponent does not have any suspended Digimon, so you'll attack your opponent. Yeah, so anything that is suspended or rested, for those of you guys who follow the Japanese terminology. Oops. Oh, okay, looks like you can look at the stats here. Yeah, so we have Agumon as a Digimon, he's red, level 3. Cost to play from hand is 3. Evolution is 0. And we can see here that we have the inheritable effect from the Koromon, which is your turn. While this Digimon has 4 or more Digivolution cards, it gets 1000 DP. Let's go ahead and attack. There we go. Attack the security, going straight up. We're going to reveal a security card here. So this is what happens when taking damage to the security stack. When you attack a player, you perform a check on one of their security cards. The card you reveal was Hammer Spark, an option card. This card is going to give the opponent 2 extra memory. When a card with a security effect is revealed by a security check, the effect activates Hammer Spark's security effect, which is on the bottom of the card, which is showing, you can see that it's circled there. So the memory counter will move 2 spaces to the right. Alright, that's going to go ahead and pass over the turn to my opponent. And security effects, if the memory counter moves to 1 or higher on your opponent's side of the memory gauge, it will become their turn once the attack is over. Once a security card activates its security effect, it is placed in its owner's trash. Security effects do not require memory cost to activate. Yep, so yeah, basically all battles kind of have to resolve. So if you're going to have multiple security checks, you are going to have to resolve all those security checks before you pass over turn, or the Digimon gets destroyed or stopped in some other way. So time to block. The opponent's going to block here. So Quadramon is a blocker with 6000 DP, so I'm going to go ahead and block here. That's going to destroy his Gomamon. In battle, you compare DP to see who the winner is. Whoever has the most DP basically wins. Fairly simple. I mean, a lot of your standard card game stuff there. So that Quadramon is going to go ahead and defend it. That Quadramon does get suspended, which means it is now susceptible to an attack from the opponent, but the opponent doesn't really have anything to go over it. So we're going to see here that when a Digimon is revealed from security stack, it becomes a security Digimon and does a battle. Right. So, yeah, we know this a lot already. Yeah, basically if there's a Digimon in your security stack, it's a Digimon battle. Effects do not work unless there is a security effect, which we'll see in the next English set for 1.5. But we won't see it in our initial set here or with starter decks, which is what these are using, or sample starter decks. Security Digimon differ from normal Digimon. They can't activate any of their effects. Yep, exactly like I just said. Other than security effects, and aren't affected by card effects that would affect a normal Digimon. Alright. So we're going to see the Bearmon get rid of my Biomon security card. And yep, there we go. He's gonna go ahead and play the Zudomon from his hand, giving me 5 memory. So we're gonna go ahead and move into our draw phase, then our breeding phase. Breeding phase is gonna bring out another Koromon onto the board, and we're gonna evolve that Biomon on top of it. Get a card for Digivolving, and then we're gonna Digivolve here into Bergermon, which is what the game is suggesting. We're gonna draw one more card for Digivolving. And now we're going to try out an option card, which is the equivalent basically to like spell cards in any other games. They have a cost on the top left, just like Digimon cards. And in order to play these option cards, you will need a Digimon on the board, or Digimon, Digitama, or Digi-Egg, I guess is the English translation, or a Tamer onto the board with the same color, and then, yeah, you'll be able to play it. If you don't have any of those requirements, then you just won't be able to play the card. So we're going to play this Shadow Wing. It's going to give our Agumon 3000 extra DP. With that, Agumon's DP went up by 3,000, now it's 5,000. Once an option card is used, place it in the trash. You can attack your opponent's suspended Digimon. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. If you attack another Digimon, as long as you aren't blocked by one of your opponent's Digimon, the two Digimon will do a battle. And even then, when it is blocked, they still do a battle with whatever Digimon blocked there. Alright, so we are going to... After attacking, we're going to go ahead and evolve into Greymon. This does not unsuspend your Digimon. This Digimon is still suspended because they are considered the same exact Digimon. But Agumon did have an inheritable effect. It's going to give it an extra 1000 DP during my turn. So while it's my opponent's turn, it's still going to be a 4000 DP Greymon. But on my turn, I'm going to get an extra 1000 boost. And since it's still my turn, it is technically at 8,000 because of the Shadow Wing that I played earlier. Doesn't really matter all too much because I can't attack. So this is just talking about the inheritable effect. You can Digivolve with suspended Digimon, but they will stay suspended. Yep. Time to play the Tamer card. Tamer cards have continuous effects that benefit as long as you put them on the board. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play Tai. Tai is gonna give our entire side of the board 1000 extra DP for a cost of 2 to play during our turn only. Tamer cards can't be attacked or blocked, so they're gonna stay on there pretty much permanently until we get some kind of card that removes them off the board. As of 1.5, there's still nothing like that. Alright, so we're gonna see Zudomon. I'm gonna go ahead and attack security. I am gonna block... I can block the attack, but I think I'm just gonna take it. I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and block, take the hit. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take the security attack. Oh no, he is gonna attack my Greymon. Alright, so now it's my turn. Alright, my Digimon's gonna get an extra 1000 DP, plus the Agumon underneath is gonna give it another 1000 DP. So it is now at 6000. So we're gonna go ahead and go into our main phase. I don't know why it's skipping our breeding phase here, because we would normally want to push that out. So we're gonna go ahead and evolve into Metal Greymon. If it decides to let me. A little finicky, it seems. There we go. Alright, so we're evolving into, Digivolving into Metal Greymon. Now we are at level 5. Now let's use Metal Greymon to attack. We're gonna go and swing at a security, which he has 2 of, indicated on the top right corner. Alright, he's gonna block, he's gonna lose his blocker here. And at this point we can't really do anything, or it's not going to let us anyways, but we can play, like any other card that's in our hand, we just pass over a lot of memory. So when you pass your turn, the memory counter goes to 3 automatically. Yep, so this is just all part of the tutorial. It's kind of forcing you to go to 3, just to give you an idea of how passing works and what it does. So he is going to attack my security, and that's going to reveal a Starlight Explosion, which is going to boost everything by 7000 DP. Get my security stack. And he is going to evolve into Metal Garurumon. So, it's my turn again. All my effects are going to activate, putting me at 9000 DP. I'm going to draw, go into my breeding phase. I'm going to move the Birdramon out onto the board. Now use Metal Greymon to attack your opponent. So I'm going to go straight for a security attack here with 9000 DP. Let's see what we've got. Using the effect of security attack +1 for my Greymon, that's going to do 2 security checks. So Metal Greymon is going to check the first one. Show Kakumon, 5000 DP. I'm going to go over that. We're going to go into the next one. We're going to see Plesiomon, and I am going to die to the Plesiomon here. So we are going to lose that Metal Greymon, but he also now has 0 security cards. If the Digimon you're attacking with is deleted or returned to your hand in the middle of a check, the check ends there. A check will also end if your opponent has no security cards left. So this is really important because once we see something like, if I had that Metal Greymon and he had one security card left, and Metal Greymon was the only card I had on the board, I would not be able to win in that instance, because my security check would stop at the last security card, and I would need another Digimon to swing for game. So here we have the Birdramon. And there we go. It took a couple of clicks, but we finally got it. And we're going to go ahead and do a direct attack to win the game. If you land an attack on your opponent when they have no security cards, you win the game. So congratulations, you won. So we did it. We beat the computer here. We went through the tutorial. And that's it. So that's pretty much the basics of how to play the game. There's not really much else to it. I'm going to do some more of the practice battles because that's what we get from this point forward. We get to play the Gaia Red half deck, and then once you beat that one, you get to play the Metal Garurumon deck and the Seraphimon deck. These are all partial starter decks that we're going to be seeing in the November release, as well as the official release for January. The Gaia Red, the Cocytus Blue, and the Heavens Yellow. So I believe if we go in here really quick, we'll just do a little sneak peek for the next video. We're gonna go ahead and go into the confirmed deck. You can see that we have some cards. So to play the game, you need 50 cards in your main deck, and I believe Digitama cards, or Digi-Egg cards, excuse me, are optional. But yeah, we can see here that we have 3 Agumon, 3 Biomon, 3 Birdramon, 3 Cordramon, 4 Metal Greymons, 1 Phoenixmon, 1 War Greymon, 3 Shadow Wings, 3 Starlight Explosions, 4 Koromon, and 3 Ties. So if we could do some quick math really quick, that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, 17, 19, 22, 25, and 28 cards, and then 4 Digitama card deck, or Digi-Egg card deck. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. This is a lot of fun. I'm glad that we're finally seeing this. It's been quite a road since we first heard about the Japanese release of the game. And, you know, it's good to see that we're finally getting this English tutorial app, and we're getting the cards pretty soon, November 27th. So that will be the pre-sale, and then we'll get the official launch of the game in January. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And remember, if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe and hit a like. It really helps out the channel a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one.